our final season of the Spanish Journeyman, by match day 1, we made a single transfer, that's it? We weren't given a crazy budget, and the transfer revenue retention barely increased. Finances are high, but so is the debt, and with no Champions League football and contracts needing renewing, I could only muster this Mexican left back named Ourense. Nevertheless, it's time for Campos to go.
Wrong.
Players that were sold were one season wonder Jakub Muszał at 30 million, Jan Zofkowski for 5 mil, we received 26 million for an academy graduate, and we got 20 million for Bibi. Despite the lack of incomings, Girona and Malaga were defeated to begin the campaign. Still, I wanted an upgrade on Stepersky for the channel midfielder, and I thought I found it with Mario Stroikins. But Juventus swooped in just to play him for 3 games off the bench. On deadline day, I became the epitome of a former American Melilla manager, maxing out the loan limit. Firstly was Emmanuel Kone from PSG, who is the Bibi replacement. Oh, another PSG loan with Keith Smith set to compete with Stepersky. A third PSG loan has hit the Nueva Mestalla, as former academy graduate Jarek Goszorovski returns to his boyhood club a decade after being sold to PSV. James Aliou from Tottenham came to compete with our academy graduate Albiak, whose technicals aren't improving. Then some offensive depth with Chelsea's Emil Suibek Henriksen, who's both Danish and Czech. Finally, to rotate with Matos, we have Boban Atanasov from Bayern. More loan deals in a day than in the previous years with Valencia combined. When they landed, they immediately had to take a flight to Barcelona, where 4 of them debuted off the bench.
I just got here.
We were desperate, as Lamine scored from a rebound in the first minute. Unfortunately, Barca remained unthreatened for the remaining 89 plus minutes, as we lost. Outside of the big games, I have introduced another tactic, which sees us press less and lower our lines. It works and continues to work with 3 more La Liga victories in September. It even did the job in our Europa League encounter with Schalke. Unfortunately, it faltered in Naples as we couldn't break down Napoli. Thankfully, the remaining fixtures for the Europa League aren't difficult, as all were won, we finished top 8 and qualified for the round of 16. Slowing it down for a minute, we were up there with Barcelona, and lagging behind us is Real Madrid, who we faced at the end of September. With Mbappe's retirement, Madrid replaced him with Gilberto Mora. Curiously, they also signed a bunch of defenders whose legs are gone, like Saliba and Timber. It'd be tight until the 86th minute. They blocked a shot, yet we retained possession. Terceo then plays a clever ball to Atanasov into the half space, and the man's low cross is parried into Keith Smith. 1-0 Valencia. Real Madrid scored straight from the kickoff. A stalemate by the end. Next up is Ourense. Last time we talked about them, they were nearly relegated to the 3rd tier. Yet, with manager Bruno Nunch, he got them to the playoffs in 2034, but couldn't earn promotion. However, he built on that, and the very next season, they won the 2nd tier. They still have our boys Ibrahima Ngom, Espen Johnson, and Baba Koroma, plus some that I recognize, but they barely appeared or were academy kids. To be frank, their team is nowhere near La Liga level quality, and Bruno Nunch knew that, which is why he jumped ship to Malaga. To replace him is Alvaro Negredo, who has managed across Spain and played for Valencia. Amazingly, Ourense began the campaign well. It was a little emotional to step onto the Okoto, seeing where the club has gone since my departure. In our encounter though, there wasn't much to talk about. We took the lead in the first half thanks to Aliou, and while Ngom had a chance, he and Espen dropped stinkers, and Djordjevic doubled it late. Best of luck for the rest of the season, Ourense. Urquides, Yamir Soria, and Hon Alex Pantoja are quite important for us. So why are they on international duty for the under-23s when I have La Liga matches going on? The Pan American Games?
What the f is that?
A competition which is supposed to restrict the participation of elite players. And with Rosquet's injury, I had 4 guys that could play in the front 3. 5 if a B team player is available. Because of this damn tournament, we drew Las Palmas, got smoked by Cadiz, and drew Villarreal. To be fair, I can't blame the tournament for the 3-0 loss, but these dropped points sees us fall further behind Barcelona. Now, we did triumph without them against Espanyol, and with the boys' return for Bilbao, Soria grabbed a brace for another victory. We were back on a run, until we conceded in the 91st minute to Levante. With Barcelona continuing their undefeated streak, it made me think La Liga was over. Despite wins versus Sevilla and Elche in December, a loss to Atletico Madrid where we had almost 3 XG, and then with a goal that looked offside, cemented my opinion on La Liga. I'll keep trying, but Barca continued their undefeated form. PSG trolled me. I thought they were good guys for the 3 loans, especially Yarek, who has been awesome for me. However, in January, they sold him. You can just do that? Do these loan contracts mean nothing? Even worse, they sold him to Roma. Afterwards, an article popped up saying Yarek would be interested in a permanent move to Valencia.
What a disaster.
Chelsea also recalled their man because, well, I never really used him. He kinda sucks. Djordjevic proved to be more than useful. To replace Yarek, Bayern had my back with Matteo Herzig, who's great defensively, not so much in the air. The Copa del Rey, a tournament I couldn't find success in. I had never advanced past the 4th round, and this year we had a tough encounter at that stage. Sevilla's sinful defensive football. For some reason, Chermiti excelled in this system. He joined Sevilla and ended up winning the Golden Boot. In our game, he took an early lead. If you have a striker that can jump and run, he'll score goals. Pantoja can jump, but his lack of pace didn't matter, as before halftime, he equalized. A crucial goal, as around the hour mark, Smith and Albiak scored, and Pantoja added misery to Sevilla to hand us a 4-1 victory. Off to the quarters for the first time, where we'd face Girona on February 6th, although 3 days prior, we faced Barcelona in the league. Through 20 fixtures, Barcelona were undefeated in La Liga. They have lost in other competitions, both in January. We meanwhile had a perfect January, yet with one more played than them, we remained 8 points behind. I know I said La Liga is done, but it'd definitely be if we lost here. We have lost possession, which isn't great. Evan Ferguson in behind to Pedri. Luckily not a great shot. There was one occasion where I canceled it and we scored a goal. Ooh, oh, it's a free kick. So it hasn't been a bad half, but it hasn't been a good half either. I am not liking what I'm seeing. Nice! Smith wins it back. That's why I like this system. Makes the 1-on-1s not as useful. You still get beat 1-on-1. But speaking of a big chance, I did not expect us to go counter that quickly, but we are in the lead. Wait, huh? This isn't even the highlight. This is so long ago. Why is this so long? 1-0, Valencia. You can argue, not a great idea to sub off 2 of your players that were part of the goal, but Bernardo Lima can jump. You can at least compete with El Mala, as we have given Barcelona their first defeat in La Liga this season. While they do have a game in hand, we have dented what seemed like the undentable shield. The great vibes carried on as we defeated Girona in the Copa del Rey and moved on to the semi-finals. The other 3 teams are Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Mirandes? Give them to me. I want revenge. We got Real Madrid. The Copa del Rey semis are a 2-legged affair. Real Madrid hosted the first leg late in February, and due to Europe, we'd host leg 2 at the end of March. Going into leg 1, we'd been on a run. Perfect throughout the calendar year, we were beginning to look like challengers to Barcelona in the league. Real Madrid's form was mixed, but it's never easy at the Bernabeu, and that continued here. We made several mistakes in possession. Despite that, and offsides, Madrid only managed one, so we still had a chance in leg 2. On the same day, Barcelona defeated a resilient Mirandes in leg 2 to advance to the Copa del Rey final. The encounters in between legs, we defeat Ourense and Espanyol, which had us tied with Barcelona. They had 2 games in hand, and we couldn't keep up. We'd lose to Las Palmas, and Barca kept up their win streak. At least we advanced to the Europa League quarterfinals with a pair of 2-0 victories over Pafos. Before we can focus on Europe, we faced Real Madrid in leg 2 of the Copa del Rey semifinals. Saliba right back. Interesting decisions they're making here. Let's see what we can do. If we can win the ball here. We did not win the ball, and they nearly took the lead. Oh my days. Their midfield and offense is still pretty good. We have possession of the ball. What can we do here? Okay, Smith in tons of space. Aliou. Kone. Boom! Has a trait, looks to pass rather than score. This Ivorian does not care about what traits he has. 1-1 on aggregate. Real Madrid have not gotten a shot on target. They did hit the post, so we do have some luck with us right now. Can we make the Copa del Rey final? Ball in Savage's hands, he boots it up. It's likely to be won by Madrid, and it is. And now they have possession. I don't know why he decided to boot it, to be fair. No. For sakes. Oh, for sakes. What was the fuck was that? Win the ball? Ah, no, let him get it again. Like, what is that? Highlight off the kickoff. Something's gonna happen. Whether good or not, we'll see. Hopefully it makes... Oh, Pantoja? Yes! Okay, I take back all those sakes, or for you watching right now, the mlems. Back in the lead in the match, tied on aggregate, encouraged throw in. It's always a good sign if you have, it's usually a good sign. It's normally a good sign if you have a throw in their end, but we have to win it back as it was intercepted. Soria! Ooh, wow. So they've made their changes. We've made our changes. It is the 88th minute. A goal here for anyone would basically seal the tie and hand them a spot in the final. And it is Madrid in possession here. Jude Bellingham. He's tired. No, oh my gosh, what the hell was that? Mr. C. Mohammed. Luckily, he's not that good of a player. Can we create a chance? No, we cannot. But keep the pressure up. Maybe win the ball high. No, Bellingham. Yes, we win it back. Kone, good job, Kone. Albiak to Kone. Kone switches the play to Soria. To Lima, a whip in by Lima. And a mistake! A mistake by Real Madrid's cup keeper. Albiak has potentially sent us to the final. We made an error for their goal. We almost made an error for their winner. But instead, it is the cup keeper with the biggest mistake in the history of Real Madrid Copa del Rey matches. Probably not. There's probably some bigger mistake. But my word. Valencia are off to the Copa del Rey final for the first time since who knows when. The drop-off in the league felt endless. With focus on Europe, we draw Bilbao, Levante, and Sevilla. The good news is that the Europa League quarterfinals were against a struggling Feyenoord, who in spite of fielding some solid players, were 5th in the Eredivisie. A 3-0 away victory led to another triumph in the reverse tie to see us make a European semi-final. That'd be against Stuttgart. But before we worry about them, we have a predicament. April 23rd, Real Madrid. April 26th, Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. May 1st, Stuttgart Leg 1. May 4th, Atletico Madrid in the league. Finally, May 8th, Stuttgart Leg 2 at home. With us out of the running for La Liga, Barca and Stuttgart should be my focus. So a rotated side against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu would see Saliba sent off. We had a 2-1 lead and were minutes away from closing it out. Unfortunately, I decided to sub in a B-team kid who isn't comfortable at right back, and he tripped up Vinny in the box, which saw them equalize. I can live with that as long as we win. the Copa del Rey. Barca have a history of losing cup finals this season, and El Shad, not really the guy you want on the ball, but he gets it to Pantoja. El Shad with it. Oh my days, I have no idea. I do have an idea what happened. El Shad tumbles his way forward. I think it was Endrick who got a piece of the ball, but unfortunately for Endrick, the ball falls straight to Pantoja. 1-0 early in the final. A lot of luck. I will not deny that. Endrick out wide, cuts inside, curls it wide. You can have that shot all day. 24th minute, Barca out wide to Fozzie. Not the Chris Jericho band. Cross in, cleared away, and okay, yeah. If he's got that space, he's gonna score. I was talking crap saying, oh, give him those all day. And then he gets a little closer to the net with a similar opportunity, and he equalizes. Corner. Okay, that was a quick zoom. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Gavi takes the lead. Barca in the lead just like that. And it's not looking great for us right now. Let's go with this one right now for the second half. We need our wingers to do something, man. Barca should have more chances at 1v1s on our fullbacks. This formation doesn't have the wide DMs in it, so it's going to be a little more risky. We're not seeing anything, which is a bit disastrous because, yeah, no one's playing well. No one is playing well, my word. And I don't have many options on the wings. 2 of them are injured. There's Marcos I could bring out as a right winger. Do that. So we're going to bring on both Atanasov and Stepersky. We just got to go with this, man. We're going to make those changes. We're going to send in and encourage. Throw in for us. Lima to Atanasov. I keep messing up his name. It's not an easy name to say quickly. Albiak heads it, cleared. Albiak? Yes! Albiak equalizes it. Oh, let's go. El Mala making an El Mucho mistake. I think late. I'm just going to revert back to this formation. I know we conceded twice with it. I know, but I feel safer with it. Oh, something might happen. Why did you shoot that, man? Oh, 2 minutes to go. Barca, Evan Ferguson sending behind. Oh, my game is pretty choppy right now. Oh, no. That's not in the box. That is not in the box. Please, no. I've seen so many pens like that given as no penalty. Good. Bro. Who made that tackle? All right. We're going to extra time against Barcelona. What is Luis Enrique thinking?
Perfecto.
Kone, we're going to bring on Derseu. No Lamine Yamal, though. They're not bringing him on. Second half of extra time, 15 minutes to change anything. I'm going to stick with what we're doing. Uh-oh. I am scared. What a save by Savage! Would there be any players I'd want to bring on for penalties? Not really. We've not gotten a shot all of extra time. It's past the allotted time. Surely the ref blows the whistle. Offside flag is risen. And we're off to penalties. Have I won a penalty shootout with Valencia in this save? I don't think so. Maybe I won a penalty shootout with Ourense? What do I do? I've had Pantoja miss penalties for me. I've had Stepersky miss penalties for me. And then the rest of the guys aren't that good at penalties. You know, I'm not going to pick. I'm going to let FM do it for me. Looks like what separates me and Major Silverware is a penalty shootout. We started this journeyman with nothing. Can we leave it with a little bit of something? Ferguson starts off. Ferguson is stopped! Savage, let's go. Bad in big games? I don't think so. Pantoja, can he give us the lead? Yes! Let's go! Exactly what we wanted. Guille Fernandez, he's provided me a lot of problems in this save. And he continues to do so. Jonas Stepersky, mixed player for me. Can be great. Can he be great here? He slots it in. But we have the lead, which is important because, you know, if we score all of them, I thought he was going to save that, but it was too high. But if we score all of our pens, we win the Copa del Rey. It's as simple as that. Bernardo Lima, one of my first transfers at Valencia. Bernardo Lima sends the keeper the wrong way. Subarsi, or Barca, sends our keeper the wrong way. Djordjevic, he's had good seasons with us. He's had bad seasons with us. But today, he slots in an important penalty. If Savage stops this, we win the Copa del Rey. Kusanov, it stopped! I wasn't sure, but it stopped! Savage has stopped 2 pens, and Valencia have won the Copa del Rey! Let's go! Wow. Oh, yes. Look, we're not gonna win La Liga in this adventure. Barcelona, over a course of a season, too good. But in a cup final, anything is possible. And we have done what was possible. We have won the Copa del Rey. Let's go! Our season's not done yet, though. As much as we want to celebrate, we'll celebrate for a little, but we got the Europa League left. We have a chance to make a final. Indeed, the jubilation had to be put on hold, as we had an opportunity to make a European final. Stuttgart aren't your average German Europa League team. They have some great players that would start for me. Managed by Jacob Niestrup, they never won the Bundesliga during my Spanish journey. Nobody other than Bayern did. However, they were close a few times and finished in second again this campaign. They were worthy of my 3DM out of possession system. With that, we kept the fixture tight. Pantoja had an early chance, but these opportunities were rare. Stuttgart, meanwhile, barely threatened, with Echeverry's free kick being the closest they'd get. Then, in the 83rd minute, if we can maintain possession from here, that will be fantastic. We do not, though. Oh, we get it. We win it back. We get it back again. Roxeth, Kone, Marcos to Kone. Can he make a pass? He makes it to Pantoja. That's the difference going into the home tie. Oddly, Stuttgart played an injured Echeverry for the entirety of leg 1, which caused him to miss leg 2. For us, we had little to worry about personnel-wise, other than an injured Aliou, who has been the better option compared to Albiak. Luckily for Albiak, Aliou joins Napoli in the summer. Stuttgart without the Argentine still threatened us early, but mere seconds after that miss, we went up the pitch, into their box, and Soria's shot deflected to Lima for an empty net. Stuttgart fans had their heads in their hands, as Ricardo Matias's miss has them 2 down. Now, I decided to change my corner delivery to the far post, as Ajalid can jump high, and was placed there. That proved to be a mistake, as a poor delivery was grabbed and Stuttgart attacked. Costalas received the ball down wide, and Ricardo Matias doesn't miss twice. Like leg 1, it's a tight encounter. However, as the second half went on, we looked closer to extending the aggregate lead. In actuality, Stuttgart forgot how to play football for the second half, as they didn't register a single shot as we advanced to the Europa League final. Here, we faced Arsenal. Arsenal defeated their North London rivals to get here. And if you don't have the memory of a goldfish, or you somewhat pay attention, I'm talking to you second monitor listeners, we defeated Arsenal last season at the Emirates. Concerningly, going into the final, we were dropping games continuously. One league win in the entirety of May would see us finish in 3rd, granted, above Real Madrid. Barca were too much to handle, as 100 points looked certain. Arsenal has changed little squad-wise since last year, yet improved their standing in the Premier League. They have an aging Saka, Ethan Nwaneri has made the right wing spot his own, Arnaud Cordol looks to be a world-class center back, and Gerald Kwanzaa's there, I guess. Oh, Krupi didn't start a match all season. On paper, they're stronger, but we have a strategy that can defeat them. Let's do our best, boys. That's all that I can ask for. All right, goal kick for us. Savage to Lima. Lima starts because Marcos is bad in big games. Lima to Derseu. Muku. Good ball to Soria. What can Soria do from this position? To Muku. Muku gets by a man. Muku. He's tripped. That's a penal. Penal, referee. Era penal. It's awarded to give us a lead in the final. Smith. Yes! Keith Smith gives us the early lead in the cup final. 1-0 Valencia. We've overcome our penalty bogey. All right, here we go again. 18th minute. Albiak. Albiak whips it in. It's not going to go to anyone, and it's going to be Arsenal on the... Nope, not on the counterattack. Lima gets to it first. He's going to whip it in. Pantoja? No. Derseu? Ooh, wide. Everything has gone to plan. Sorry about that voice. That was not my plan. Lewis Skelly wrecks us. Oh, wow, wow. Okay, was that the chance, or is there more to this? Albiak on the counterattack. Muku has died. That's not good. Albiak though. Oh, wow. Muku's day is done. Both players I would have used as the advanced playmaker. One couldn't start, the other couldn't even reach the half hour. But Muku, he did what he needed to do. I can't complain. Back at it again. Derseu wins the ball. 28 minutes in. What can the boys do? It sucks that Arsenal are now on the attack. But Savage, he makes a massive stop. Niwaneri. I'm pretty sure I've said his name. Nivaneri. Ooh, he's offside though, right? He misses the net. He was not offside. I'm getting some warning shots here. Boom, boom, boom. Sako, come on. We can't. Wow. 34-year-old Saka still has it. You know, I thought with all the numbers there, we'd be completely fine. Like, we have a guy here, Kone, gets beat. Jose Derseu joins in, gets beat. I mean, it's a goal that shouldn't happen. Yeah, wow, that sucks. Arsenal found their way back in the game. I swear, do I need to turn on tackle hard on Saka? Oh, no. Offside, I think. It is offside, though. He's an old man. Tackle him hard. All right, second half. If it goes how the first half ended, I have a bad feeling about this. Allowed Savage to get the ball. Okay, nice. Panto wins it. Sneaky play. We get out of a bit of a troubling situation. Kone now in the box, out of the box. Soria in the box. Smith, man, how can you miss that? Throw in. Can we get out of this? Don't play it risky. That's too risky. That was really dumb. Neri's playing it through the middle? I think he was onside. Let's first find out if it's onside or not. That felt too simple to be onside. Yeah, okay, good. Who is this Lara Zabal? Very fast. Any changes we could make? Albiak's not having a great final. He's not fully fit. It's a bit too risky to bring him in. Are we gonna need to open out of our shells? Oh, the fast man. The fast man. Stopped. Oh my days. Saka whipping it in. Cleared away. Kone first. Please nothing. Please nothing from here. Please nothing from here. Offside, right? No, not offside. No! Hierto Dal takes the lead with 10 to go. It looked like our guy, Elshad looked like he was gonna win it. How did he not win it? 17 jumping reach. Holy Suchek. Albiak having a disaster final. Soria not doing much better. Oh my gosh, we don't have Rosketh. Stepersky on, Antanasov on. We went for the more attacking tactic, which soon went all out. It wouldn't be enough. We lose the Europa League final. We lose to Arsenal, 2-1. You had chances to potentially take the lead. Well, maybe one. Why is he in a tracksuit? Oh, that sucks. Our journey with Valencia ends with a European final loss. At the very least, though, we did win a trophy with Valencia. We defeated Barcelona in a cup final. I'll take that, even though we didn't win this trophy. Valencia are riddled with debt, and we couldn't go super crazy on transfers. And really the only players that could improve us are ones where you need like close to 100 million. Many great players in this save. Savage had some big saves. Bernardo Lima, reliable. Pilar has been great. El Chad, you disappointed me at the end there. Maybe I should have started as a lead. 20 jumping reach. Derseu was solid for us. I thought Albiak was going to develop more. Pantoa, look, it wasn't your day, but you were great for me, man. Thank you to everyone that has watched this series. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried my best to release videos as often as I could. We'll see what happens next time. Take care.